Thus, let's talk about the environment. Managing Director of the National Hydropower Producing Areas Development Commission, Abubakar Yelwa, has asked the federal government to declare a state of emergency on flooding in the country. Speaking at the commission's headquarters in Minna, Mr. Yelwa highlighted the devastating impact of the recent floods, saying more than 200 persons have died and 38,000 others displaced from their homes in 28 states. He attributed this to poor infrastructure, failure to follow environmental guidelines, and ineffective dam management.
However, there were a few cases recorded from torrential rainfall in some states. It is important here to note that 80% of the worst hit states are Hyppadec member states. As a result of their location, and the various electricity generation taking place in those communities. The increasing frequency and severity of floods, which have caused significant disruptions to lives, property, and economic activity in the affected areas, makes it pertinent to address this press conference to further draw the attention of relevant stakeholders to the situation and plight of our communities.
For more updates, the Managing Director, National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission and Hyppadec, Abubakar Yelwa, joins me on the news. Mr. Yelwa, during that interview, you identified some factors that have been responsible for flooding. You spoke about poor infrastructure, failure to follow environmental guidelines, and ineffective dam management. And now you're calling for a state of emergency. What would that entail?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. What it entails is to make sure that the government gives proper attention to this challenge, because it is life-consuming, and that the government is already showing much concern. Therefore, if you look at most of the Hyppadec communities, they are all flood-plain areas as a result of the presence of either rivers or dams in them. So when a state of emergency is declared, it means government is going to commit more resources, government is going to commit more time, and all the relevant agencies that have, in one way or the other, to do with flood management will combine resources together and address the challenge.
This issue of flooding is an annual occurrence. Every now and again, you hear NIMET announce that there could be flooding in certain states. People in low-lying areas should move, to higher ground and all of that. What things can individuals do really to support the cause, to mitigate the impact of this, do we call it natural disaster now?
Yeah, certainly the individual should be wary of the challenge ahead. He should listen to agencies that year in, year out give notices, warning notices to them to leave the flood-affected areas. Households owners should clear debris around their houses and the waterways along their houses. Those that are living by the riverside should be advised to vacate them and until such a time when the situation has collapsed. We have also asked our staff to go around and talk to the residents of our communities that this is not only serious, but it is catastrophic. Therefore, those that are staying by the banks of the river should please vacate them. The situation in most of the dams is alarming. Already, Kanji Dam has given notice for the release of its embankment by about 60%. It means, in addition to what is presently going on, there could be worse happening. We sent our team to Dadinkowa, Gombe today, and we have seen the situation in the dam. the dam has reached its maximum level. Therefore, we have asked the dam management to be very, very on the alert so that they can be able to effect the necessary releases in case the situation warrants that. The spillways should be set ready to be reduced, and those living by the banks around the ones should be vacated. We met with the emir and government functionaries in Gombe State today, and we visited the dam. And we told them that the community should be asked to vacate because we don't know when another rain will come and the size and how it will affect. So this is a serious situation. The man has a limit to what he can do. Sometimes some of this rain come in the middle of the night, and that it succeeds in taking away everything. So I think it is something that we should take government warning seriously, madam.
All right. All right. And importantly, also a permanent solution would be important, because moving now and in 3 months you have to move again or return is like just going back and forth over a particular matter. Abubakar Yelwa is managing director.
Yes, is doing something serious about that, madam, because we are already building houses along in the communities that are mostly affected. And that we are hoping seriously that the kind of catastrophic issues we used to have will not happen anymore.
Well, that's the hope.
This you are talking about 1,800 communities. You are talking about over 600,000 households.
All right, Mr. Yelwa.
Millions of households.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Abubakar Yelwa is MD, National Hyppadec. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.